Hey guys, today I want to talk about offset accounts because there's a lot of misconception about this type of product and I want to set the record straight. Look, if you don't know what an offset account is, it's simply just a savings account that's linked to your loan. So if the loan is $300,000 and the offset account is $100,000, the bank will charge interest based on $200,000. The reason why I talk about this with clients is that it's important to know that banks have two different products that they've got available. You can get a basic loan or a offset, or sometimes call it a pro pack. And the pro pack gets you a credit card that you're not going to use, and the offset account and the loan. Now with these pro packs, the interest rate can oftentimes be higher, and there's also an annual fee. So again, why would you pay a higher rate and a higher fee for something that you don't need? It's important to also set the tone of why offset accounts are around. Now, offset accounts date back to the days when Aussie Home Loans and Wizard entered the market and took a lot of market share away from the major banks by offering lower rates. When the major banks looked at what these guys could do, they knew that Wizard and Aussie did not have savings accounts. They weren't actual banks. They couldn't create anything else besides a loan and internet banking. So, funnily enough, they created this thing called an offset account. And the marketing teams have been working hard ever since to build these offset accounts up to make them look like they're really, really awesome and important. And again, I harp on this because there are still banks out there, just like Wizard and Aussie were back in the day, where they just are an internet provider. So all they are is a loan with internet banking and nothing else. And because of that, the cost to run that bank is a lot lower. And again, you're probably going to get more competitive pricing. So if you're looking at an offset account, for me, there's only two reasons why you do it. The first reason is if you're looking to one day rent out your property. So let me give you an example. Let's stick with this here and say that the loan you originally got was $300,000. I'll draw my little house that I've got over here. Right, so let's say it's your first property. It's a 1-bedroom apartment and you hold it for about 10 years. Now, over that time, you pay your loan down. So it goes from $300,000 to $200,000, okay? Now, I'm presuming here that you don't have the offset account, right? So you're just simply putting money into your loan. So 10 years comes past and you've got $100,000 in redraw to upgrade to your next home. So you buy the bigger home, even though that's a smaller house online, you know what I mean, it's a bigger house, and you get a loan against this property and you redraw the $100,000 from the loan that you've currently got, which acts as the deposit for the new property. Now, the ATO determines tax deductibility based on purpose of funds. So this loan was originally used to buy a property, this 1-bedroom apartment, and it's now an investment property. So the loan attached to that is now deductible. The loan that was used to buy the bigger property that you're going to move into is non-deductible because it's owner-occupied. However, the $100,000 that you redrew is also non-deductible because you've used it to buy this property, even though it's against this loan over here. But the challenge that you've got when you work with your accountant is you've only got one loan and one repayment. But now what's happened is you've mixed up the deductibility of the loan because $200,000 is now tax deductible, $100,000 is not. So the good thing about an offset account, it does create a line of separation between the loan and the offset account. So instead of putting all your money into the loan, you would put your money into the offset account. When it comes time to buying this property, you simply use the money from the offset account, which means that the balance will stay at $300,000, not $200,000, and you haven't essentially deleted $100,000 of future deductibility. So that's the main purpose of the offset account. The other purpose really is just laziness. So for a lot of people, before they buy a property, they're used to putting money into a savings account and seeing that money increase over time. Now you've got to get your head around maybe only having, say, $5,000 in your savings account to pay for bills and putting all the rest of your money into your loan. For some people, they don't like it, so it's uncomfortable doing it. So sometimes an offset account can just simply make life a little bit easier, but it doesn't really save you money over the long term. So hopefully that makes sense and you see some value in that. Appreciate you leaving some comments if you have any questions, and of course, feel free to get in contact with us by going to our website, multipartfinance.com.au.